Most buyers in Southwest Washington are chasing Ridgefield. But what if I told you there's a small town just up the road that people are overlooking? Because depending on the home, this town could give buyers similar North Clark County lifestyle while potentially saving buyers close to $100,000 compared to Ridgefield. If you're new to this channel, I'm Jamie Mushaw, and I've been helping buyers and sellers in the Southwest Washington area, including Vancouver, Camas, Ridgefield, and the Portland metro area. Today, we're in La Center, Washington, a small town just up the road from Ridgefield. And Ridgefield has already seen a massive amount of attention, new construction, commercial growth, and buyer demand. But as growth continues moving through North Clark County, La Center is becoming a very interesting option for people who want space, newer construction, and that small town feel, but still giving you access to the same general area, but not paying the full Ridgefield prices. So for reference, while we're filming this video in March of 2026, the average price home in Ridgefield is about the mid 700s, to where in La Center, you can expect to get about the same house for around the $580,000 to $650,000 range. In this video, we're gonna take a quick tour through La Center, look at what's being built, talk about why this area matters, and we're gonna explain why buyers that feel outpriced by Ridgefield, Camas, and other parts of Vancouver might want to pay attention to this town before it becomes the next obvious option. So let's go take a tour. So where is La Center? La Center is about 30 minutes north of Washington and Oregon border. You're probably about 30 minutes to the airport from the main exit in La Center. And you're also about maybe 10 minutes from north of Ridgefield. So I keep talking about Ridgefield in this video, and you're probably wondering why I keep bringing it up. Because if you look at what Ridgefield used to be, which was a pretty small, sleepy town, that almost every property that was there was on Acreage. There was not a lot of subdivisions. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the growth happened, and you have this thriving city that is on the up and coming, and everybody wants to live there. Well, the next logical option for affordability that has the same kind of geography and footprint of what Ridgefield had is La Center. And so you kind of want to compare the two in terms of what expectations are going to be in the future. Because if you look at the flow of Clark County, everything is moving north because we're running out of land to build east. And there's so much land out here in the La Center area that, again, it is the most logical next choice to start building at. And it's really important to understand the dynamics of La Center, what you can buy here, affordability, your proximity to all of the other infrastructure pieces that are nearby in Ridgefield, and how that can benefit you if you're thinking about purchasing a property in Ridgefield, or if you're thinking about purchasing a property in La Center. We're now directly in the downtown La Center area from where we just came from. It took me no less than about 2 minutes to get here. So it's super close to the freeway. And when you're driving through La Center, it really has that small town feel that Ridgefield used to have. You don't have any major grocery stores here. There's only really one street where you have small mom and pop restaurants and little diners and things along those lines. There's only really one gas station or two gas stations in the downtown La Center area. You have the small post office, you have the small police facility, same thing with the fire department. So it just is really what Ridgefield used to be like. And the important thing to note is that even though it has that small town feel, you have the luxury of all of the amenities that are in Ridgefield just 10 minutes away. So if you need Costco or any type of shopping, all of that stuff is in Ridgefield. But the great thing is about La Center is that when you are living here, you're not paying those Ridgefield prices. So the affordability here is a lot better because it has not seen the explosion yet of what Ridgefield is currently at. So let's talk about housing specifically. We are standing right now in Urban Meadows, which is a neighborhood being built by Urban Homes and Generation Homes. And what I really wanted to chat about is that the homes that are here are not going to necessarily all be $100,000 less than what you're going to find in Ridgefield, but there is a lot of opportunity here if you are looking to find something that is more affordable. And you're not very far away from where all your amenities are going to be. You're just going to have to drive a little bit to get to Ridgefield, to get to those amenities, but you're not going to pay for the price here in the La Center area. One of the other things that I want to mention is that a lot of the builders that are building in Ridgefield are building in La Center. And this is the beginning of that phase where that Ridgefield already went through. And when you start to see builders that were building in an area that had an explosion move into another space, that is going to automatically tell you that this is probably going to be the next spot that is going to grow at the same level that Ridgefield is at currently. So right now here in Urban Meadows, you can find the similar homes that you're going to find in Ridgefield. Again, your prices are going to be a little bit less expensive because La Center has not reached that surge yet. And the nice thing about this is that you're still getting a little bit bigger lots right now because the density here is not going to be the same as what it's starting to happen in Ridgefield, and especially if you're even comparing to Vancouver, there's not any real land left in Vancouver to build on because it's been all built up except for small pockets. And when you get into those small pockets, you're definitely feeling closed in. And that's the great thing about La Center is that because they're at the beginning phase of this, typically what you see happening is that these neighborhoods that are newer construction, right as the upward scaling of a specific area is going to happen, they start building on bigger lots than when it starts to being all built out. And then that's when you see the density starting to begin. So again, here in La Center, you have one levels, you have 2 stories, you have primary on the main. You have great options out here from all these different builders that are starting to build. And beyond new construction, you can still there's a lot of homes here that are on acreage. And at a certain point, if you are trying to consider of where your next move is and you want a home that is going to be on acreage, you have to kind of think about how Ridgefield is right now, where at one point you have homes that were out on acreage that seemed really far away. And now because of all the growth that is happening, those homes that are going to be on acreage that are close to these developments that are beginning to happen are now going to become a premium in the future because of how close they're going to be located to all of the infrastructure and new construction that is happening here. So people are going to want homes on land at a certain point close to amenities. And that's what you have in Ridgefield right now. I have a home coming onto the market here this next week. It's a property that's 4,000 square feet on 5 acres, and it literally takes you 4 minutes to get to the downtown Ridgefield area where all of that boom is happening. And I guarantee you the same thing is going to happen here in La Center. So if you think that you want new construction or a home on property, this is going to be a great option for you to look into, especially with opportunity and affordability. Of course, the prices are amazing here, but obviously there's going to be some trade-offs because unless you specifically want to live in a place that has that small town feel, you're not necessarily going to have restaurants or food chains or grocery stores readily available for you here in La Center. You are going to have to make a little bit of a drive to get to some of those things. Not that it's that far away, but over time, as La Center gets built out, Obviously, some of that infrastructure is probably going to be built out here as well. But until that's done, you are going to have that trade-off of driving to the amenities that you are probably typically used to wherever you're living at right now, which can or cannot be a bad thing. It just depends on your personal preference. A lot of people that are moving out here do want that small town feel. So if you're going to want those amenities such as restaurants, grocery stores, and everything else that comes along with that, that trade-off is the driving factor here. And when I say driving factor, I mean you actually driving to where you need to go. And so you just have to really analyze how much your time means to you versus pricing and opportunity to purchase here in the center. The best real estate opportunities are the ones where people get in early. And what I mean by that is specifically to new construction or when town is getting ready to explode is that when new developments happen in an area where there has not been any developing going on, the people that are there first are typically getting the prices at the lowest point when these developments occur. And the reasoning behind that is because they want it to be even more appealing to potential buyers to come out and purchase. And then as time goes on, as the expansion happens, then prices are going to go up. And so you have to be able to look at these opportunities and really discover that when you're buying out here, yes, it's going to seem far out, and you're questioning yourself if you're making the right decision. But if you look at the broad view, you can see how the expansion is happening, and you need to be there before it explodes so you can benefit from that pricing early on in these developments. Now, obviously, you can never truly time real estate, and if you try to time it, then it's not typically in your best interest. You just have to make an educated decision on what you're seeing happening and then use history. And when I say history, you can have Ridgefield as an example to why this might be a really great opportunity for you for your next step of a home purchase. So I've been doing this for 30 years and it's definitely seeing the early signs in La Center that have happened in other areas in Southwest Washington. They're also starting to talk about redoing the downtown La Center area. So that's a true sign of the growth that is going to be happening here soon. If you need more information about buying or selling in Southwest Washington or the Portland metro area, or if you need information about La Center and you want to take a tour of it, feel free to book a call below, and we will see you on the next video.